11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
And abort.
Oh, abort. Oh, man.
That angle.
Look at it. Oh, here we go. All three. Yeah, it turned. Come on, come on, come on. What? Oh, my goodness. Look at this. Come on, man.
Yes!
It's going to land. A hard landing. Alright, man, snow day. Yesterday, SpaceX successfully landed the SN10 rocket. And today we got some snow. Or actually last night, it's done snowing this morning. Just outside of Flagstaff. A little over 7,000 feet. Let's get the boys up and play in the snow. Boys.
Yeah?
It snowed. Get up, come on. Let's go play in some snow.
It's cold out there.
Did you fall down?
Yeah, I slipped on a rock that had ice on it, and then I busted down onto my bottom. Yeah.
Cool. Ready for hot chocolate?
Yes. Yeah!
Our time in Flagstaff was short-lived. Our main objective was to find some cold weather and elevation to test out our heater again. If you'll recall from our last video, our S-bar heater quit working at high altitude, and after some factory resets, we finally got it working again, but we hadn't really put it to test before now. And much to our liking, it fired up like a champ and ran all night at approximately 7,000 feet elevation. The snow was just a nice little cherry on top, but most of it melted by afternoon. And just like that, we too were on our way to warmer weather once we were satisfied that all systems were a go again. So we headed a little further south to Sedona, where we were welcomed by mild temperature and woke up the next morning to a few flyover visitors.
Come on down, it's birthday breakfast.
Bacon!
Take it over easy.
Alright guys, we got a hot air balloon landing right here in our backyard. Pretty cool. Pretty neat. We get to see this every day.
Our time in Sedona was also pretty short-lived, unfortunately. There's so many beautiful places to discover there, but we just didn't have the time to explore given the fact that we had to start making our way westward. We were expecting a family member in Vegas in a few short days for spring break, so we left Sedona and landed in northwestern Arizona for the night. We awoke to another surprise, only this one really blindsided us and forced us to reevaluate our future plans.
Good morning, Logan. How are you, bud? Good morning, Luke. How are you doing, buddy? Good morning.
I want to go back to sleep.
Alright, go back to sleep. Alright, today we're going to go to Kaiser Hot Springs. We're just about a couple hours north of Phoenix off of 93. Weather's supposed to roll in today, but right now it looks beautiful. Let's see what we can get into today. Hopefully the weather holds up and we can bathe in some nice warm water. So we're supposed to be hiking to the warm springs, but no. Oh yeah, more problems with the van.
So another big disappointment. Yeah, I don't know, you can't make this stuff up.
We noticed that when we got the oil change on the van yesterday, they had dented the rocker panels from the lift to lift the van up on the back. The front's fine, but on the back, as you're seeing right now. So we had to drive 2 hours back down to Phoenix. We're over at their collision center trying to get this sorted out. This is our home. It's going to take a week to fix.
I feel kind of violated, you know, like somebody took your baby and beat him up a little bit and didn't tell you about it and you had to find the bruises afterwards. So the second time, I don't think Kurt has told you guys this is the second time that our van has been damaged after an oil change. The first time was right before we left Tennessee. We were actually trying to sell our house and get out, and as they were backing the van out of the bay, they crushed one of the lights at the very top, and they didn't fix it, and it wasn't worth our time and energy and effort. We just tried to do our best to quick fix it so that we could get out of the house. We had bigger fish to fry at the moment, but now we're here on the road, and obviously home is where we park it. So like Kurt said, it's going to be interesting. We'll have to see if they put us up in a hotel or if we get a rental car. Trying to figure out the logistics of getting our food in the fridge and how to keep our batteries powered or not. Just pull the plug for a little bit. I don't know.
On the road is not easy. So far it's been one thing after another. Red arc, heater, now the van gets damaged. I even took it to a Ram dealership to get service done. This is nuts. I mean, what else can I do? I mean, I took it to the dealership and I even asked them, do you guys work on ProMaster vans? You service ProMaster vans? Yeah, just to make sure. But we'll get through it. But anyways, let's try to get on this hike tomorrow. We're not going to do it today. We'll get back up there in the afternoon and go from there.
After our unexpected trip back to Phoenix, it was determined by the dealership that it was in fact their fault. The body shop had to come up with an estimate and coordinate with the service department regarding cost. It would be a week or better before we got any updates. What we weren't sure about was how, if at all, the damage would affect the integrity or function of the van. With it being a unibody, the rocker panels served to provide rigidity and support the weight of the van. And we all know how heavy Big Red is. She's pushing max gross vehicle weight capacity. In any case, we had a short window to enjoy the remainder of our stay near the hot springs since we were meeting a family member in Vegas for the next week. So the next day, we took advantage and finally made our way down the canyon in search of the hidden little gem of a hot spring. You know, there's many metaphors for life found in nature, and I can't help but to compare our situations to what we find when we just step back and observe our natural world. Take water, for example. It's such a fascinating thing. Nothing can really stop it, especially when in full force during monsoon season. These canyon floors are flooded with a surge of raging water so powerful that they cut into the rock walls and redefine geology. If something creates a barrier, it just goes around it, or over it, or sometimes even plows through it. Ultimately, these waters find their end destination and all is calm once again. It's inspiration like this that makes me reevaluate our situation and just try to be patient. As crappy as it was that our van was damaged and we weren't told about it, I call upon reminders like this to pull strength from. Just like the raging waters, you can't control what's out of your hands. Eventually the storm will calm and all will be right again. With a little determination and patience, we too will find our end destination. And at the end of the storm, you know, sometimes you'll just find a pot of gold at that rainbow. Just like this hidden jewel. Well, hello! We are in Arizona and we found us a remote hot springs, and I can't tell you how excited and stoked I am to be here. Ever since we left Tennessee, we said that is the #1 thing that we want to go find, a real natural hot springs. And we have it to ourselves right now. What a hike. That was truly amazing. What a special place. I'm so thankful that we got to be able to do that and have it all to ourselves. It's rare that you find a place like that and there's nobody there. So that's going to wrap this video up. So from the snow up in Flagstaff to the red rocks in Sedona, now we're ending this on a high note with some hot springs in western Arizona. Hopefully we'll get this van issue resolved. We should have an update for you in the next video. Until then, please like and subscribe, and we'll catch you guys on the next adventure. Thanks for watching.